Are you furious? Are you tired of watching our beloved Toronto Maple Leafs make moves that feel like they're patching a leaky boat with duct tape instead of building the Stanley Cup battleship we've been promised for decades? Mitch Marner is gone, a gaping hole left in our top six, and now, as the dust settles on free agency, we're left wondering, are the Leafs truly committed to winning, or are we just picking to the bargain bin? I'm Cal Mason, and today, on the Hockey Inside Report, we're not just talking about roster changes. We're dissecting the very soul of this franchise. We're diving deep into the urgent need for offensive firepower, the curious case of a former 28-goal scorer, and a surprising connection that could reshape our third line. But the burning question remains, are these a move that finally bring the cup home, or are we destined for another year of almost? Before we tear into these crucial updates, if you bleed blue and white, if you live and breathe Maple Leafs hockey, make sure you're part of our growing community. Hit that subscribe button right now. It's free, it fuels this channel, and ensures you never miss a single crucial update. Let's build this Leafs nation together. The Marner void. Is Victor Olofsson the answer to our top six prayers? Let's not sugarcoat it, Leafs nation. The departure of Mitch Marner to the Vegas Golden Knights in that sign-and-trade deal left a Grand Canyon-sized void in our top six. Marner, for all his playoff struggles, was a consistent offensive force, a playmaker, a point producer. And now he's gone. So what's the plan, Brad Treliving? Are we going to replace that elite talent with another elite talent? Or are we going to try and piece it together with spare parts? Because right now, the whispers are getting louder, and one name keeps popping up, Victor Olofsson. NHL analyst Alex Hobson of Leafs Nation is urging Toronto to sign Olofsson, a former Golden Knights winger who's still a free agent. Hobson's argument is simple. If the Leafs want somebody who they can consider a lock to score 15 to 20 goals, Olofsson might be somebody they consider. On the surface, that sounds appealing, doesn't it? A 29-year-old who just notched 15 goals and 29 points in 56 games last season with Vegas, after 6 years with the Buffalo Sabres. And let's not forget, this is a player who hit a career high of 28 goals in the 2022-23 season. 28 goals. That's top six production right there. But here's where the skepticism creeps in, and frankly, it's enough to make you throw your remote at the TV. Hobson himself points out the glaring issue. Like Roslovic, the issue here is the defensive side of the game, plus the fact that he can only play wing. Only plays wing? Defensive liabilities? Are we really going down this road again? Haven't we learned our lesson from past acquisitions who could light up the scoreboard but were turnstiles in their own end? Olofsson spent last season on a one-year, $1.075 million deal with Vegas. That price tag is attractive, no doubt. He's a good second or third line left winger. And yes, that is an area of need for the Maple Leafs. But as a good second or third line left winger, truly the replacement for a top six elite playmaker like Marner? Or is this a desperate attempt to plug a massive hole with a player who, while capable of scoring, brings significant limitations? The Maple Leafs need someone who can not only put the puck in the net, but also contribute to a complete two-way game, especially if they aspire to contend for the Cup. Olofsson's offensive upside is clear, but his defensive shortcomings could be exploited in the high-stakes environment of the playoffs. This isn't just about replacing goals. It's about replacing a dynamic presence. Is Olofsson a bargain, or is he a symptom of a front office that's forced to settle? The answer to that question will define our offense this season. Treliving's tightrope walk, cap space competition in the unfilled hole. Oh, Brad Treliving, our general manager, fresh off the Marner trade, has been quite vocal about the need to add a top six winger. Mitch was a top six forward, and we haven't replaced that hole, Treliving stated on July 1st. That's really where our focus is. Well, no kidding, Brad. The entire fan base knows that. But knowing it and doing something about it are two very different things. We did acquire Matias Maxelli from the Utah Mammoth, and he certainly has the potential to be a top six forward. That's a positive step. But Treliving isn't done, apparently. He wants to add another player to increase competition and offense. This is where frustration truly boils over. We had just under $5 million in cap space. $5 million. In today's NHL, That's barely enough to sign a decent middle six forward, let alone a true top six game changer. Trey Living himself admitted, "We would have liked to use that earlier today, but if there's not the right fit to use it on, we will take the flexibility." Flexibility? Really, Brad? Are we building contending team, or are we saving pennies for a rainy day that might never come? This is a rebuild. This is a team with Austin Matthews, William Nylander, and John Tavares in their prime. A team that needs to win now. Every year we talk about flexibility and the right fit, and every year we fall short. The window for this core is closing, and holding on to cap space when there's a clear, acknowledged need for top six talent feels like a missed opportunity, a cautious approach that could cost us dearly. This isn't just about signing a player. It's about sending a message to the team, to the fan base, and to the rest of the league, that the Toronto Maple Leafs are serious about contending. If Treliving can't find a legitimate top six replacement with that $5 million, then what was the point of moving Marner in the first place? Beyond the cap relief? The pressure is on and the clock is ticking. This isn't a game of patience. It's a race against time, and right now, it feels like we're jogging while everyone else is sprinting. The Matthews connection. Is Jack Roslovic the secret weapon for the third line? And speaking of potential additions, another name has been strongly linked to the Maple Leafs, Jack Roslovic. Now, this one is intriguing, not necessarily as a top six savior, but as a potential piece to solidify our depth. NHL insider Elliotte Friedman revealed Toronto's interest, and his reasoning makes a lot of sense. It makes sense to me because he has a history with Austin Matthews. A history with Austin Matthews? Yes, you heard that right. They played together at the U.S. National Development Team. Imagine that chemistry, forged in their formative years, rekindled on the Maple Leafs third line. Roslovic is a right-hand shot, a veteran who's been around a long time, and Matthews obviously knows him. This isn't just about talent. It's about familiarity, about a built-in rapport that could accelerate his integration into the team. Last season, Roslovic recorded 22 goals and 17 assists for 39 points in 81 games. That's solid production for a third-line center or even a versatile winger. He could be a good third-line center for the Maple Leafs, providing depth, a scoring touch, and that crucial right-handed shot. In a league where face-offs and handedness can make a huge difference, Roslovic brings valuable versatility. But here's the rub, and it's a familiar one. Is he enough? While he's a great fit for a third-line role, the primary need, as identified by Treliving himself, is a top six forward to replace Marner. Roslovic doesn't fill that void. He bolsters the depth, he adds competition, and he brings a fascinating connection with our superstar center. But he's not the marquee signing that screams Stanley Cup contender. So, we're left with a scenario where the Leafs might be looking at Olofsson for the top six, a risky, offensively minded winger with defensive flaws, and Roslovic for third line, a solid, familiar option who improves depth but not the elite scoring at the top. This strategy, if it plays out, suggests a team that's trying to win by committee, by patching holes rather than making a bold, definitive statement. Is this the smart, calculated approach, or is it a sign that the Leafs are once again unwilling to pay the price for true top-tier talent? The answer will unfold on the ice, and the patience of Leafs Nation is wearing thin. The ultimate test. Is this our year or another heartbreak? So, there you have it, Leafs Nation. Our beloved Maple Leafs are at a pivotal crossroads. A top six hole left by Marner, a cautious GM with cap space to burn but seemingly no right fit, and two potential additions in Victor Olofsson and Jack Roslovic who bring intriguing upsides but also familiar questions. This isn't just about player acquisitions. It's about the philosophy of the franchise. Are we truly building a championship team? Or are we simply treading water, hoping for the best? The red and white's legacy is on the line, and the window for this core won't stay open forever. The burning question, are we truly ready for this war in 2025? If you believe in the quest for the cup, if you're ready to see this team dominate, smash that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me, faithful, which of these moves excites you the most or worries you the most? Let's hear your voice.